Today's video is sponsored by Movie Palette, where you can get a really awesome piece of canvas art like the one I have right here that is centered around movies and movie lovers, and you can get it for cheap, but you gotta wait to find out at the end of the video. Here we are again. What are promises if not to be broken? Welcome back into another video, folks, and it's been a long time since I posted, but here we are. We are here once again. Hopefully you all are having fantastic days. And of course, yes, I will get into the absence and the future and what's going on, but today the main focus of this video is it's my haul for the month. I mean, you know, I took a little break, but I mean, come on. We had to get a haul, and even further than that. My birthday was this past month, so we got the birthday haul, we got the regular haul, we got all the good stuff here today. I want you to go down below in the comments, and after you're done, wish me a happy birthday. Let me know, what did you get this month? I want to hear what y'all got this month. I really want to, reconnect with the community, hear what you guys got, because I took a bit of a break. And yeah, I'll get into that right now. Two main reasons why. One, we were in such a rut with movies, like just nothing good was coming out, so like the creative juices just weren't flowing for me. So I was like, okay, this is probably a good time to take a break on kind of the video essay stuff and more long form stuff. Before we get into Oscar season, there's like so many more movies coming out that are so great that I'm going to want to talk about. So that's number one. Number two, parents came in town. Obviously, it was my birthday, so my parents were in town. Didn't have any time. Work's getting very hectic with football season, so there's just not a lot of time to sit down and commit to writing scripts, doing the long-form editing, things like that. Third, I got sick the day after my birthday. I got a case of food poisoning. It is the worst. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. It was like the worst experience I've ever had in my entire life, and that's including my kidney stone that I had a few years ago. This was worse than that, I would argue. And as I sat laying on like my deathbed, I was like, why do I need to be worrying about this Clerks script? And so I was like, I'm just gonna regenerate, and get ready for this very exciting and jam-packed Oscar season. So that's basically what it is. The only thing I have to say, I'm not really doing an update on this channel. The only thing I have to say is I'm not keeping to a solid format anymore of when I'm going to post. I'm just going to post whenever I want, whenever I can get a video done. I know it was like very stringent, like the 1st of the month and then like the 14th, and then like a week in between, like, a week in between each, so 2 a month. And I'm going to post a video when I feel like I want to post a video, because at this point in the channel's life, the goal is for me to just create really sick video essays that I enjoy and like. And so I'm not going to like force myself to make something I don't want to make, and I'm not going to force myself to a timeline which then makes the product not as good. It stresses me out. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing on that. But you didn't come here to hear any of that. You came here to see what I got this month. I got some good stuff. I got some stuff I can't even show you because it's just like stuff for like my desk and my setup, like for my birthday. I got a huge monitor for my birthday, which is like the biggest thing I wanted, and I was so thankful to my grandma who ended up getting it for me, which was great. I got a monitor like stand for my MacBook, because now I'm editing and doing everything on my MacBook. My PC's over there. Once I move into a house in a few years, I'll dedicate like space to like an actual full-on setup and have the PC and everything set up. But for now, MacBook's just more compact, doesn't take up as much space, and it's a cool setup. I'll show you guys sometime in the future, whatever. But those are some of the big ticket items I got this month. We'll get into the vinyls, then the books, then the Blu-rays, and yeah, let's get into it. So first vinyl I got from my parents, and that is Recovery from Eminem. I'm getting into a kick where I'm trying to listen to more like iconic rappers. I went through all of Kendrick's film discography. I went through recently all of Eminem's discography. I've started going through Dr. Dre's discography as well. And I really liked Recovery from Eminem. I don't think it's my favorite. I'd have to remember. I don't remember, honestly, which one my favorite is. But there were a lot of songs on Recovery that I remember I really, really enjoyed. So this was one that I got that I was very happy to get. This one I got from my grandma for my birthday, which I was very excited about. That is Silk Sonic, and even with Silk Sonic, I love this album. Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. It's fantastic, and if you haven't listened to this, it's just great. So go listen to this. I love this album, and I'm very happy to have it on vinyl. I picked up Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers from Kendrick Lamar. It's a very divisive album. I really enjoyed it, and I think what he accomplished and was trying to accomplish was really good. And I think that his storytelling is so masterful, especially in this album in particular, this record. So yes, I'm very happy to have this in the collection. This one was expensive, but I needed it because it's one of my favorite albums of the year. So I was very happy to pick it up. Last vinyl we got was another one of my favorites of the year, Dawn FM from The Weeknd. Yeah, I remember when this came out. Maybe it came out last year. It came out last year. I remember listening to it around Christmas time, so I take that back. It's one of my favorite albums of last year. I really enjoyed it. I really like The Weeknd. I've been on a Weeknd kick as of recently again. Last year I was obviously when Dawn FM came out, but this year, as of recent, I'm now on more of a Weeknd kick again. And I really like this album. I think it's very weird and philosophical, but it's The Weeknd and I dig it. And I think it's really, really good. One that I don't have here because it was pre-ordered for my birthday from my parents is the Vinyl Days record from Logic. It just got released like 2 days ago. He just put it up for sale like 2 days ago, but my mom pre-ordered it. It's on its way, should be here in the next week or so, but I'm very excited to have the vinyl for Vinyl Days. All right, books. I got some cool books. The first one, my grandma got me for my birthday. This one I'm very jazzed about, one I wanted for a while. The book, The Art of the Batman. I've seen really cool snippets and pages of this that really break down the movie, and I'm very excited to give this a read. Obviously, you know I have a huge Batman collection here in my apartment. It's a little unhealthy, but I got the book, and I'm very, very excited to dive into this. And then two other books that don't really have anything to do with movies, but they're cool. I'm looking forward to reading them. This first one is from William McCaskill, which is called What We Owe the Future. I actually saw another YouTuber recommend this. Basically, McCaskill is like a modern day philosopher. And this book basically talks about what we owe the future, what we can do to help the future and our world and our planet, and how we can shape our future for not just the next 100 years, but for the next 1,000 to million years. And I haven't read any of it, but I've read up and looked at some reviews and heard some people talk about it. And it sounds very interesting. And I want to be more mindful about just the world and life and all of that. I think that will help with me breaking down movies and things like that as well, if you got a better understanding of just life in general. So this one I've heard very rave reviews about, and I'm very excited to give it a read. The other one I picked up has some movie kind of ties to it, not completely, but a little bit. It's called Status and Culture. And basically what this book talks about is, it's basically a bunch of questions, and they're all basically why. And it's why we have the desire for the things that we desire when it comes to social class, taste, identity, art, fashion. Why do those things change so much? Trends, pop culture, things like that. And it takes things from pop culture and kind of infuses them in there as well. And really it talks about, why do things get popular, in our society, and with trends and, pop culture, like I said, and things like that. And how do they drive us and our desires? And I think that that's very interesting. I also read some reviews on this, and I've heard it's good. And my interest was piqued on this one because this one I think also has ties to movies in the entertainment industry. It literally does. Like there's some examples, I guess, in the book about, pop culture and things like that. But like how people think and how they think about culture and society and status, and how they change their minds and how trends change their minds. I think that that's great for like any creative, kind of just to learn the science of how people think about things like that. So I'm very interested to give this one a read. I don't know which one I'm going to read first, but I'm looking forward to it. All right. But the reason why you all are here. We got the movies. Actually a pretty good haul. Not going to lie. And let's just kind of jump right into it. So, the first one we have is Werewolves Within. This was a very small indie film to come out last year, starring the lady from the AT&T commercials and Sam Richardson as well. I heard some cool things about it. It's like a small kind of indie whodunit with like werewolves. I don't know. I saw it. It was very cheap, so I picked it up at Best Buy. It's fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm looking at the back. It looks interesting. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'll give you a status update in the future on what I thought. Finally picked up Encanto. Disney's slipcover thing is bad. There is some light at the end of the tunnel, though, I think, and I'll talk about it in a second with the next pickup. But I've been seeing less and less with the slipcover on Encanto, so I had to finally pick it up. The price fell a little bit, but you know Disney movies don't really ever fall in price. I enjoyed this movie. I really did. It was one that I really enjoyed last year. It's got great music. The animation's stunning. It's got really nice message. And I'm happy to own it. This is not one that I'm like pulling out teeth to buy. Like, I am happy I own this movie. I'm very excited to give it a rewatch in the future, and I got it with the slipcover. All right, next one. Don't like the movie. Did a video essay about it, but I'm a completionist and I had to pick it up. Thor: Love and Thunder. Oh, yeah. It's not terrible. It's not terrible like I made it out to be. I don't hate the movie. It's just not a great movie, basically. But there are redeeming factors about it. I will say, light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to physical media. The Blu-rays for Thor: Love and Thunder have slipcovers. There's not been a slipcover on any Disney project, Marvel project, anything for probably over a year. So for Thor: Love and Thunder to have slipcovers on their Blu-rays, that's interesting. And something to keep your eyes out for next time another Disney release happens. So keep an eye out for that. Are we getting slipcovers back on Disney Blu-rays? That would be a good thing for physical media collectors. But yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. It is what it is. This is a upgrade of one of my favorite movies of all time. You guys saw that was the last video that I made. It's a Steelbook for Baby Driver. And this is, I've been looking for the Steelbook forever. And they just restock Steelbooks every now and then at Best Buy. And they restocked this one. And I had to buy it. And I did on the spot. And it comes with a digital code, which is sick, so I can finally put it in my Voodoo collection. But y'all know I'm literally Baby Driver posters right there. Love this movie. It's one of my favorite of all time. Edgar Wright's fantastic, and now I have it on Steelbook, which I'm very, very excited about. And finally, I saved this one for last because it's a new release, and I was very excited because originally I just bought the 4K because I could not find this Steelbook, and then I went into Best Buy the other day, and they had a huge pile of them, and so I bought one because this Steelbook actually is low-key beautiful. It looks sick, and I'm very happy to own it, and that is Lightyear. I really enjoy this movie. It's one of my favorites of the year. I don't think it's in my top 10, but I'm pretty sure it's in my top 15. And it's a good movie. And the Steelbook, let me open the Steelbook for you guys. When I saw this, like the looks of this Steelbook, I was like, this is actually low-key a really good-looking Steelbook. These originally, I don't really buy Steelbooks unless two things, like I'm completing like a collection of Steelbooks, which, by the way, I did not find the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Steelbook for Indiana Jones. I need to find it. I have the other three. But it's two things. Either I'm completing a thing, or it's like a really beautiful Steelbook that I just have to have. Or it's one of my favorite movies of all time, like Baby Driver. Gotta get a Steelbook. Lightyear doesn't fall under any of those categories, but the Steelbook just looks sick. Lightyear on the front. The back, really, for me, is what does it. It's the spaceship, but it's like far away. People may not like it. They may think it's ugly. I think the minimal tight Steelbook looks great, and I just really like it. But yeah, that's what I picked up this month. Go down below in the comments. Let me know what you picked up. Like I said, I'm gonna post videos when I want to post videos. I'm not going to push the envelope. But with that, the videos are gonna be really great and really high quality and about things that I'm actually really passionate about. So yes. That's pretty much it, guys. I do want to say, if you want more content from me, you can find, this is, the fact that I'm not posting as much content on this channel like is not a bad thing, because I'm posting content on my second channel, guys. Like, I have a second channel. I'm gonna leave it linked down below in the comments. I have a second channel where I post a movie review for every single new release I see. Every single new release I see, out of the theater, in my car, or at home right after I watch it on whatever streaming service, in this chair. I do movie reviews. So, like, I'm back to doing movie reviews. Like, I know I stopped. Like, I'm back on my second channel. So go subscribe to my second channel. We're at like 92 subs. Let's get to 100 like today. So, like, if you're worried about no content here, don't worry. Go over to my other channel because there's content over there all the time. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. And now, a word from our sponsor. Hey, how's it going, everybody? End of video Jack here. Thank you all so much for watching whatever video you just watched. I really appreciate it. Don't know what video it is because I filmed this ahead of time, but I appreciate it nonetheless. But today, before you go, we got a package to unbox, and I'm going to tell you about a new sponsor on the channel that you can get yourself some pretty cool swag as well. But basically what happened as I'm unboxing this, the people over at Movie Palette reached out and said, hey, Jack, we want to send you a free palette of your choosing, and all you have to do is talk about it on your video. And yeah, and I replied, bet. So they sent me over my very own movie palette, one that I got to choose, and I got a special deal that I'll tell you at the end of this where you can get your own and you can get it for cheap. So I'm going to take it out of the box. Oh, yeah. So basically, if you don't know what Movie Palette is, it is a canvas piece of art that encapsulates the color palette of any movie you want. You go to their website, moviepalette.com. They have a huge selection of palettes for you. Please excuse me while I rip this bad boy open so I can get it out and show it to you guys. This thing looks amazing. I knew it would because I know that Movie Palette has very high quality product and they always look great. So I'm gonna take the palette out, move it away. I'm gonna take the wrap off of it so we can get the full effect. And like I said, canvas pieces of art that encapsulate the color palette of your favorite movie. Can you guys guess? Go into the comments and guess what movie this is before I reveal it to you. If you know me, you probably know we're going, of course, with La La Land. We had to. And this is a beautiful piece of art from Movie Palette. And if you go to Movie Palette right now and you go get your own palette, you can use code JACK15. What happens when you use code JACK15? You get 15% off your order, which I think is pretty cool. And it also supports me and it supports the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Movie Palette for sending me over my own palette and for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. None of this would happen if it wasn't for you guys supporting the channel. It means the absolute world. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next video.